Have you ever wondered how the world's most iconic building starts out? In today's video, we're going to explore the behind the scenes of a company here in Shenzhen, which is one of China's top architectural model making companies. And guys, I tell you what, this company is building the future. They've done projects like the Singapore Terminal 5. They've also done projects in Dubai, Thailand, Bali, Africa, Ghana, Nigeria. And I tell you what, I want to take you inside and then show you some of the projects that they've got here. But first, we need to meet the boss of the place. What's up, Richie?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Good meeting you.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Everything's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I want you to know that I'm very curious about your company. You know, when I go to Chinese apartment and all of that, I see like projects that, you know, projects models, architectural projects models that they have on their reception and all of that. And I'm very curious. I want to know what, you know, goes into that. And your company does that, you know?
I'm glad you like
so
that. Yeah.
I want you to show me what goes on in there. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's go up. Let's go see how it's being done.
Yeah.
So, Richie, how long have you had this company?
About 13 years.
13 years.
Yes.
Wow. What got you into architectural designs?
Actually, you want me to tell you the truth?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I couldn't find a job before. That's why I went smart.
Okay.
Only that company allowed me to join and learn from zero.
Okay.
And step by step and year by year.
Okay.
Before 13 years ago, I worked for other big companies.
Okay.
About 10 years, and then I run myself.
company.
Yes.
Oh, I see. I see. So, you know, all these projects that I'm seeing here, what is the main role of these architectural designs? Because people will think like, oh, when you have a design for a building, you just start a building up rather than having, you know, these designs.
First,
what is the main?
First we need to get the drawings from the client. Actually, they have their design. We just change the design to reality, like realistic physical model. But if they don't have the full design, even they only have the concept or sketch, we can help them to finish the design, to complete the design, and to build up the model to show them how the project will look like. That's why we need the model to show to the client, to show to the investors or something like that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you think every architectural project needs a model like this before they actually build the building?
Yes. Want to say how the design look like, how is, if anything need to be upgrade or something like that. So this will help the design to to increase the design.
Okay. And you mentioned earlier that you've been in this industry for let's say 20 years at least.
Yeah,
right?
More than 20 years. 22
More than 20
years.
years.
Actually, 22 years. Yes, I have in this industry. Yeah.
I see. So first, I want you to show me around. Show me some of the projects that you've worked on. Which processes your designs have to go through to get to a final. Is this the final? Product?
Actually, this
design?
is a concept design.
This is a concept design.
Not a final. That's
final.
in progress. Yeah.
Okay. So something like that is the final?
That's also not final. This is all of these are like a study model. It's in progress.
Okay.
After this, they will change something. That maybe I want to change the two buildings into one building.
Okay.
I want to move a little bit, make it bigger, higher, like that.
Okay.
So let's just show the different design.
I see.
These kind of realistic models, it's complete design.
Oh, this is a complete one.
This for sales.
Oh.
This is completely finished, complete. Yeah. And this kind of buildings also, and these villas. This for sale. So this design is confirmed.
Oh, so this is confirmed. This is a final.
Like you see the trees, greeneries, everything is in detail.
Oh,
that kind of model is not really into
final.
details. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that. All right, Richie, I want you to show me your process. If there are secrets, you know, designs that you don't have to show me, that's cool. But how does it start? How does it end? What are the processes that you go through to get into this? If you can show me around.
Let's move inside. This is our design department. So first step, we need to design the drawings from the client. We need to design how to make the model beautiful, how to make the model in the right scale, what kind of materials we use. First, we need to make the drawings and send the drawing to the cut the machine, 3D print, and the laser cut, CNC, and cut the materials, and we use the guys' handwork to make combine together.
Oh, I see. I see you got a foreigner here too. Hey, how's it going, bro?
Hey, how are you?
I'm going good. How are you
Nice to
doing?
meet you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
We're an international company. So,
Yeah.
How long have you been working here though?
I've been working here for almost 3 years now.
3 years.
Yes, I came
Wow.
in 2023.
2023.
Yeah.
What
Yes,
got you into getting into this company? How did you end up?
Actually, it was online.
Okay.
I studied business, so I wanted to do something with marketing.
Okay.
And that's when I applied. And
I see.
I ended up here.
Oh, awesome. And where are you from?
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. I'm from Ghana too, so man, really fun to see. I would like to, let you show me around a little bit. But first, let Richie take me around, and then I'll let
we
you
can work
just take it
together.
from
We
there.
can work
Okay.
together.
Yeah,
Yes,
no
yes,
problem. Sure,
yeah.
sure.
I want to know, since you work with a lot of international companies,
Yeah.
what are some of the challenges that you encounter working with international clients? Because most of the designs that you do, you've got Chinese companies working for them, and then you've got international companies as well, right? A lot of international.
Because I love to work with international companies, so we need to we can learn more different cultures,
Okay.
to learn more people,
Okay.
how to communicate and how to say, because we are international company. We learn more about the different culture and the different design, different places, and we have experience to ship all the model outside. We have a team even in UAE, in Africa, can do this assembling, maintenance, after sales service.
Okay.
It's more easier for us. Yeah,
I
it's
see
different like the other Chinese company. Yeah.
So here is the
That's making progress.
the making of
Yes. This project almost done. Most of them are handwork. Yeah.
So from the design, they go to the printing part.
Yeah.
3D printing.
We have the cut machine. See,
Okay.
this cut and the laser cut.
So these are the
This,
3D laser.
This
machine.
CNC, yes. This laser cut. Even a small model, we need a lot of people work on this.
Okay.
It takes a lot of time.
How many people do you have in this company?
Almost 60.
Almost 60 people.
Yes.
Wow.
It's not big, but it's okay to make project.
So what are these materials?
It's ABS
ABS.
and acrylic.
Oh.
Okay. And PVC, this PVC. This
PVC,
acrylic.
yeah.
This acrylic. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
We also use wood and sometimes
yeah.
metal.
Okay.
We have the complete project.
Oh.
Yeah, cut.
Wow. This is massive. Look at that.
Yeah.
So these are all like sand.
This is sand, real sand, because this project located in KSA,
KSA.
Riyadh.
Riyadh.
Yeah.
Okay.
This will ship out soon, maybe after 1 week.
So is this exactly how the land there looks like?
Yes, it's complete design finish. The finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, this is interesting.
Yeah.
What's the most interesting project that you've worked on?
We have a lot of projects. Actually, each project for me is interesting because each one is unique and different.
Okay.
We can do different design, different style. Everyone we need to think about deeply to create the difference.
Is there any challenge that you've had or surprise that you've had whilst working on a particular project?
For me, every project is challenging.
Okay.
Not easy to complete the project.
Okay.
We need to think more. Sometimes problem from the supplier. Sometimes happen from the workers, materials, the clients, lack of the drawing. So each project is a challenge actually. We have a time limit, sometimes budget limit. So we need to think too many. Yeah.
How long does it take roughly for a project to finish from the start to the end?
Usually, if a small project like a small tower, maybe 2 weeks. But the fastest we try to complete the project in 1 week. But we have to overtime work. Yeah. So usually 2 weeks to 2 months.
2 weeks to 2
Yeah,
months.
yeah. A bigger project and will take longer time.
Okay.
Like Changi Airport. Last year we did the biggest one.
Okay.
The entire project. We most used 3 months.
3 months
Yeah,
to
yeah.
just design it.
To complete the project.
Okay, so I also want to know about the logistics in you guys transferring things from China to whichever the country is for the client. How long does it take? What are the processes? Let's say someone wants to do a project, and also we'll come back to the price because people are very curious. They want to know. So I want to know what is a price for, let's say, a big project like the Saudi Arabia one that you're showing me, or small projects like what we just saw just right here. How are the pricing like?
Depends on the size. Most of the size we use size weight. Most of the projects by air because the client need the model urgent.
As possible,
Always yes, always like this. First we need to book the flight in advance. We need to make the schedule when we can pack, when we can ship, what time can be the clearance can be done, and the delivery to the site.
You book the flight first, as in you make reservation for the air cargo?
Yes.
Okay.
Before we have our agent, the logistic agent. They have experience.
Yeah.
Just tell them in advance. We make the package, very good package, to make sure the model is safety during its transportation.
Okay.
And also buy the insurance for the model. Every project we need to buy insurance because no one knows what will happen in the future. To make sure everything is under control.
Okay.
And, will not make any big losses.
So you're looking at, let's say, 3 to 10 days for the shipment, right?
First, it can be 3-4 days. If to, like to Dubai, 3 days.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because we book this in advance. Just when we park directly to the airport, everything we need to prepare in advance. Because always the airlines are busy, so we should prepare in advance. Yes.
Okay. What are the price range for your designs and projects? Let's say something like this, and then you guys design it. How much are we looking for?
Only make the drawing will cost like 300 USD about this.
Okay.
And make a sample almost I think 500 USD.
Okay.
But it depends on the quantity.
The quantity.
If same size, same scale, you have a lot big quantity, we can make the price much cheaper. No, yes.
Not only this, but let's say projects like what we saw earlier, like the Dubai one, or the Saudi Arabia ones. How much are we looking at for something like that? A rough estimate. Like what's the range?
It depends the building's shape and what kind of lighting and the lighting system. We use app control or some app like that. It's different from like a few thousands to 100,000.
Oh, a few thousand to 100,000.
Yes, depends how difficult it is and how big of it.
Awesome. So, guys, you got it for yourself. I'll put a link in the description for you to check out this company, or I'll leave their number in the description. Be sure if you have any projects that you want to work on, real estate, airports, any architectural design that you want to work on, you can just reach out to them and they will be able to help you to design this and make your company or whatever you want to build much easier for you. So since I met the African guy, I'll let him take over and show me around more in this company. Richie has done his part. Thank you so much, Richie.
Thank you.
I'll talk to your man after here, and then we'll take it from there. So keep watching. If you've not liked the video as at this time, be sure like the video, subscribe if you're new. Let's get it, guys. All right, so you can actually take me through the process. Let me know like what details each and every project goes through before it gets to the final.
To the final stage. Okay, so we'll start here. Let's start here where we are.
Okay.
So here we have handcraft, the architectural part. This is where they craft the models using their hands.
Okay.
So as Richie said before, I'm sure he showed you the machines.
Yeah, the machine.
After the model is cleaned up inside, they bring it here, and then they cut it using the CNC machines, the laser cutting, and also we have 3D printing machines here. Once we're done, we bring it to these guys. So these guys now, using their hands, are going to craft the model, and then they're going to start making the actual thing that we see. So it all happens here. So first, what they're going to do, they'll make the core of the building, and then they start making the segments, okay, of the rooms. We're making the segments, and then after that, we go on to the acrylic. So acrylic usually is for the windows. Yeah, we use acrylic for the windows, and depending on the customer requirements, we can add a shade of tint to it. So some clients probably don't want to show too much light, so we need to tint it a bit more. Some clients want it clear, so we won't put as much tint. So basically that's the work that these guys are going to be doing, and all of it is actually customized.
How is details like important in this factory?
Detail, I would say, is the most important thing, because when you make a model, it's the details that you want to show. We are not just showing the exterior or the structure, how it's going to look, but most clients are interested in the details, the little details. You know, architects are so particular about the detail. So to us, we make sure that we are looking at that, the smallest detail. Very important. Our team is actually split into two. So one team will be here, and they're working on a different project here. And then another team is on the other side. They're working on a different project. And then, of course, upstairs, we have another team working on different projects. This is where they do the lighting department. So we usually use LEDs for the lighting, okay? The lighting, the preparation is done inside, and then they're going to cut it out. They're going to put holes for the lighting, and then the electrician is a guy dedicated for that. He will come, he will place the LEDs, and now depending on what the client wants, depending on the clients and the requirements, the electrician will go on now to separate the lighting. So as you can see here, one client may want their rooms to be lit, only maybe the 3 bedrooms to light up. The 1 bedroom should not light up, and then maybe something like that. So it's now up to an electrician to, you know, separate those lighting segments like that. Let's go and we check out the landscape, because a model is not just the building, eh? You also want to show the landscape around. Yes, you want to show the vegetation, the flowers, the trees, and actually capture the whole scenery, you know. So we have a landscaping department that takes care of that. So these guys, they're actually working on a project, and this is actually for urban development. So instead of focusing on just one building, we are focusing on the whole area and how the land use is going to be like. And as you can see with this project, we've got golf courses, we've got an entire urban setup, you know. So this is where now our landscaping team comes up. We actually use real sand because it has to be realistic. We've got turf for the grass, yes, and then we've got our realistic trees, and then the swimming pool here. So this is the work of the landscape team. This is
what is the scale like?
This is a much bigger scale. This is 1:2000. 1:2000.
1:2000.
Meaning that 1 centimeter here is representing 2,000 centimeters in the real world. So usually when a client chooses this scale, they are not too particular about building details, but rather they want to show the land use, okay, how everything is going to be looking at a larger scale like that. So initially, we have our suppliers for plants and trees, but our clients are particular about the color that they want. So we are forced to actually add a shade of green that the client is looking for. So we'll do our painting in-house, like that.
I see a very big one here as well. One here and then one here.
It's actually the same project.
It's the same project?
Yes.
So it's a different scale?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Did the project in 3 scales. So that is 1:2000. This is a 1000 scale.
Okay.
Yes, and now he wants to show a bit more detail, but still showing the land use. Yes, the whole landscape.
Oh,
so this is 1000 scale, and as you can tell here, the buildings are much bigger. You can now see, okay, the buildings will be like this, and there's a bit more detail. And then the other one inside, that is 800 scale.
I see.
And this is also a different scale. He's done fixing it, then one button, the lights go off, one button.
So there's a
Yes,
button here.
a button on, and then a button off.
Well, this looks like a big city, you know?
Yes, exactly.
This
That's
is
what I was
interesting.
saying.
I see the swimming pools and all of that, the villas and everything.
The
in there.
villas, the lake, the golf courses. Now you can even see the golf flags.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah.
the difference that scale makes.
Wow.
So, yeah. And still on the lighting, depending on what the client wants. This client opted for a one-button switch. For the last project we did, a client will probably opt to use an iPad for
Okay.
their lighting
Oh.
to show different segments.
Okay.
Maybe
You can control it with a
Yes,
with an iPad.
yes. Maybe controlling with an iPad, you say, okay, now I want to light up that street.
Okay.
And then you use your iPad. Then here, I want to light up that street using your iPad. So all this is customizable according to the requirements of the client.
I see.
You can see even the cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. No matter how small it gets, we pay attention to the small details.
Your boss was telling me about projects that you guys have worked on, you know, in Dubai, in UK, and all of that.
Yeah.
How does it feel, you know, being part of all these projects for the past, let's say, 3 years or something like that? How do you feel like?
You know, it's actually interesting. You know, at first when I joined the company, to me it was more of just a job.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm someone who's not good with art and things like that, you know,
Okay.
so to me it was just a job. But as time goes on, as you get into it, I even spent more time with the guys in the workshop, you know, learning how to do those projects.
Okay.
You get immersed and then it gets interesting, you know.
Okay.
And when you, because I'm with the marketing and sales.
Yeah.
So someone comes through to you, they want a certain project,
Yeah.
and then you walk them through the whole process until you deliver that project. It's
Okay.
quite interesting and it's
Oh, I see.
fascinating.
And you mentioned that you're going to Singapore this weekend for another.
Yeah, actually, I'm
project?
going to Singapore tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
We
Wow.
did projects for the Singapore airport.
Airport, okay.
Yes, so one of the projects was for their air show. That was done in February.
Okay.
So after we ship our models, it just doesn't end there. We offer after sales repairs,
Service and all of that.
services.
Okay.
We go there, we do the installations for you. So for this project, after we ship it to Saudi, we're actually going to go there, we'll do the installation, and then if there are repairs or any services needed, we'll fly out a team and they'll go there and make sure everything is smooth.
I
So
see.
yeah, I'll be going to Singapore for that.
Okay.
We're
Do
moving
you-
the models from one place to another.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you ship the whole of this? Is there a way to ship it, or like you said, a smaller scale?
When the project comes in, the first thing is to analyze it. How are we going to make this project? What materials are we going to use?
Okay.
How are we going to make it in a way that makes it easy to ship?
Okay.
And then we also need to know what methods of shipment are we using. Are we using air shipment or sea?
Okay.
Yes. So after we've got that, we will then decide how to make this model in a way that's easy to ship. And most of our models are made in a modular state. So you can see with this one,
Oh,
it's broken down into 3 pieces.
3 pieces.
So we've got the first piece is here up to here, the second one here, the third one here.
Oh, so you divide
So
it.
now
and then
we
when-
divide it and then we cut them, we pack them separately.
Yes.
And then that makes it easier to ship, saving on cost
Yes.
for shipment. Yeah.
Awesome.
And then we also, since we do the installation, we'll come and then do the installation for you. Yeah.
Awesome. Can we look at the next project?
This one is going to Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Yeah, this one should be going out in 3 to 4 days, right? We should be shipping it out. It's a mixed use building. So it's both real estate and offices.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's an interesting project because there's a lot of details, a bigger scale, you know. Yeah.
So this same building, but a continuation of it.
Continuation of that. It's the same building. And also, this modular setup helps us to actually divide our workforce. So we had people working on that section, and we had more other people working on this section, and this allows us to finish it faster. If you had like the same people working on it at once, you probably need 2 to 3 months to complete it.
I see.
Yeah.
Is that the electrician as well?
Yeah, that's the electrician. Lee, how are you? Good. He's a good guy.
I see some big projects happening right here. Can you introduce it just a little bit? Can we see what is here?
Okay.
I see Trump International. Is it a Trump Tower or something like that?
Yes, so these are the projects that were inside.
Okay.
And now this is the stand of the base of the model where we're going to place it. Okay, so this is the 1:2000, the small one that I showed you first.
Yeah.
Yes, so we also do the base in-house, and now we have a lot of projects, but most of them are going to Saudi. This is for DAC Global, Trump International.
I see.
Yes, so when they're done inside, we'll come and assemble it here, and then we have our studio where we're going to take professional pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we look at this project?
This villa, if you remember the smaller the project we saw in there, the 1:2000, this is the same villa.
Ooh. So
You see.
like you do the smaller model, then you do a bigger model to show more details.
Yes, so
Okay.
first up the client wanted to show the land use and the topography of everything. So they did the 1:2000, 1:1000.
Yeah.
But then after that, for presentation purposes, now they are showing each villa and the details in the villa.
Wow.
Okay, so this is probably this should be 1:100 scale, 1:100. So now it's showing the details of each individual villa.
Wow.
As you can see the hot tub, the dining chairs. Yeah, you can even see the interiors. We've got the cars, they are much visible. You can actually tell what car it is.
Yeah, you see Ferraris.
That's
and
a
all of that.
Ferrari.
Some big guys, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is for the big guys.
Yes.
And the lighting as well. So even you can see inside now, you can see, okay, fine, this is the dining room. This is a bedroom. We've got the beds. We'll color code them according to what the client wants.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. So if you actually look, this villa is different from that villa.
Yes.
Yes.
So where is this going? This is going to
This is also going to Saudi.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. This is one client. So this is one client, and all that are going to Saudi. So probably they have a big presentation that they're going to be making to the public. Yeah.
Can we look at this too?
And then this one is the one going to Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Yes, the one that I just showed you. So this is the base, the stand, and the guys with the landscape are already done. They've done everything. So they've placed it here, and now they're
This
waiting
is the
for the
one that we're
buildings.
seeing. So they will come
Yes.
put it on it. Right?
So now they'll just come, they'll carry it, and then they'll come and place it here.
I see.
Yes. They haven't connected the lighting, so I can't light it up yet.
Okay.
Yes, but this is 1:75 scale.
Okay.
So this is more focused on the details. The details of the building, the interior, the yachts, yeah, everything. We're focusing on those details. Also, just like the first one, we made it in a modular way
Yeah.
that makes it easy for shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we're packing it for shipping, we're going to open it up from the middle, pack it up, load it, and then we ship it out.
I see.
Yeah.
Can we look at a skyscraper project? When we came in, I saw some skyscrapers. Can we look at that as well?
All right, yeah, so this one, it's not exactly a skyscraper,
Yeah.
but it's actually a residential building. So this one is in Dubai.
Okay.
It's actually a residential
Okay.
building in Dubai, yes. Just completed it as well. And this is 1:100 scale. Focus on the details as well. Yeah, you want to focus on the details.
The swimming
Yes.
pool, everything.
The swimming pool with their logo inside. And then also we have lighting for the tennis court, table tennis. Yeah.
Oh, now this is a big project. Is this the same one or this a different? Because
This
I see a
one-
lot of skyscrapers in there.
You should be able to tell where this is from.
This,
You've been in Shenzhen for some time.
this is looking like
It should look familiar.
somewhere in Shenzhen.
Yeah.
Is it Shenzhen Bay Area?
Yeah.
Shenzhen Bay Area.
Yeah.
Wow, so you guys actually work on Chinese projects as well, like things in
Yes,
like
yes.
projects in Shenzhen as well.
Yes.
Oh,
We do a lot of local projects and international projects.
oh, I see.
Yeah. Because as I told you, we've got a floor upstairs.
Yeah.
That
When I
works
saw that
mainly on
building,
the
I was
local.
like, this looks familiar. And the small one there.
I wasn't going to tell you. I was like,
Yeah.
no, you need to see it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we also do industrial models.
Industrial models.
Yes, and this one is for cancer treatment. Yeah, the revolutionary cancer treatment. So it's not just buildings, it's not just real estate. Sometimes we've got industrial models, sometimes we've got medical models.
Okay.
Recently, we had a model that we shipped out 3 days ago to Nigeria.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that one was for oil drilling. So
Oil
we had oil rigs as well. So we do all kinds of models, and
it's
we're
not-
not limited
Not limited.
to just a few.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Or concept models like this one. We also do those as well. This is actually a school, but it's still a concept. They're trying to show how it's going to look like. We do those as well. Yeah.
Just really looking
Yeah, and then these are towers that you're looking at.
very
Exactly. So
Model.
usually when you've got models like this, it's a concept as well. The focus is mainly on the tower. Yes, so the client wants us to focus on the tower, and that's the one that we'll do in detail. And then everything else we'll do them in massing blocks. So we just put some wooden blocks around because they are not the focus of the project. The focus is the tower and and the surrounding buildings. Then the rest we just put massing blocks. Yeah.
see.
So we do that as well.
I'm
We also
sure-
have some wooden
Yeah.
sculptures.
Yeah, these ones.
Yeah. You should be able to tell as well.
Shenzhen, Shanghai, Beijing.
Yeah, so
Guys, comment below which skyscraper do you think this is? Yeah? Which skyscraper is this one? Comment below. Let's see. I think there might be some companies doing what you guys do here as well.
Yeah.
Maybe in other countries or maybe even in China. What do you think makes your company stand out among all these other companies?
Well, there are actually a lot of companies doing this right now. But personally for us, it's the attention to detail, you know?
Okay.
To us, the client comes first, and also we strive for innovation.
Okay.
So first we want to pay attention to the detail.
Detail.
What does the client want to portray? Okay. So the first thing we're going to ask is it for real estate? Is it for presentation to stakeholders? We want to know what are they trying to portray, okay? And then give the details that are needed, and also bring an idea to them as well, you know, help them out, that innovation, you know. We say, okay, fine, for the goal that you have, why don't we do it like this, you know? Yeah, give some suggestions. So that innovation, is that what we offer along with the details. And then also production time. Yeah.
Okay.
Where others are going to do it maybe in 2 months, we'll do it in a month and a half.
Oh.
Yeah, the production time we do it much quicker, much faster than others.
I
Yeah.
see.
So we make sure you never miss a deadline, because these things usually have a deadline. So we
Deadline,
make
yeah.
sure you never miss a
Don't
deadline.
miss a deadline.
Yeah.
Okay. Bro, I want to know what are some of the interesting or the biggest project that you've worked on?
We've done quite a number of big projects, but personally for me, one that was interesting was the T5 for Singapore Airport.
Singapore Airport.
Yeah, the T5 model. Why? It came at a time when I said, okay, now I want to learn how to make models. So I would spend maybe some time in the office, and then I would go into the factory to make models. So during that time, I actually worked on that model hands-on.
I see.
After working hands-on, I had to go to Singapore with the guys for the installation as well. And just being there with the installation and then watching it being used, then getting the praise, you know, from the clients and everyone was around. It was an interesting journey, you know. And yeah, it was a big project and it was really interesting too. That to me, that one was
It's a big
of all the models. That one was interesting.
Okay,
I
I see.
was involved through and through.
Awesome. Are there any challenges that you think you faced, or is there any story while I was working on the project and you know you had any challenge or anything like that? Is there anything?
Yeah,
that you can
actually,
share?
every project is quite challenging, you know. But I think most recent, it was during the Chinese New Year, you know. So you've got a client who come through and they have a very urgent project, you know. They probably want it in 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
And at the same time, you have the Chinese New Year coming up, and you know how it is.
Yes.
Most people want to
Pressure.
go home,
Yes.
and at the same time, we have the pressure of delivering this project on time.
Yeah.
And most of the workers probably have taken some time off to be off with their families. So yeah, that was quite challenging now, you know, trying to find some people to come in and help so that we deliver this project on time. But in the end, we delivered it, but it was hectic.
It's a lot of
Arranging
pressure
everything,
and
it
all of
was,
that.
it was hectic. It was
Okay.
pretty hectic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, being here, you know, looking at how the people are here, everybody is working on, you know, a project. Everybody's busy, I would say.
Yeah.
And you're the only foreigner in this company. How does it feel?
At first, I was like, am I going to survive? You know, but anyways, going China, this is where I actually got to learn Chinese with these guys. You talk to them, you make friends, you learn Chinese, you learn phrases. And to me, it has just been actually a learning curve, you know. And through that, I now enjoy it.
So you know, working with Chinese here, are they? How did they work with you? Are you able to communicate easily? Do you have communication barrier or anything like that? How's the treatment? They seeing you as the only foreigner?
The treatment is good. I won't lie. The treatment is good. It comes from the top, from the bosses and everybody.
Yeah.
It's just smiles all over. We enjoy, you do your work, we work together. As you've seen, it's more like a chain, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody's
Everybody
doing their
doing their
bit
work,
and their part. But at the end, you have to come together to make one thing. So the treatment has been good. There's nothing bad about it. They want to learn a lot about Africa, about me, you know. I'm also here, I'm learning. Because, you know, with Chinese, the language, it's not every word that's going to work everywhere. When you're in a different industry, there's different terminology for that.
Yes.
So there's learning that now, and when probably they'll tell you this and that, and you're like, what's that? You know, but at the end of the day, you end up learning something new. You know? You need to help you going forward.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. All right, Ian. Thank you so much, man, and I wish you the very best.
Bro, thanks for coming
work,
through to our workplace. This is
sure,
it.
for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
thanks a lot, man.
All right, guys. So that'll be it. Thanks for watching this episode where craftsmanship, architecture, and culture come together. Until the next one, peace and blessings to everybody. Let's go. Ian giving me hot water.
You've been in China for some time.
Chinese
because,
culture, you give people hot water.